What's going on, guys? So today we're going to do another video kind of similar to the last one we did, but this time I got a different showcase card. I am still going to use Consciousness in this deck, but we're going to go after an author is going to be the showcase card of the video. And I actually just traded for it today, so I read the card and I was like, man, I should do a video on this card. So if you guys don't see the card yet, it is right there front and center. It is Dahl or Dahl. I don't know how to say his name, but for those of you that don't know this guy, he is a children's author, and he wrote several famous books. The little line there kind of gives it away. George and Charlie are a couple characters in his books, but so one of the books was George's Marvelous Medicine is the name of the children's book. It's kind of funny that the deck is, or the card is, revolves around Marvelous Medicine as well. And he also wrote two other books that are really popular that I recognize the names. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, so which revolves around food, so Curious Cuisine, and James and the Giant Peach. So well-known author here, so we're going to try his card out and see what we think. Basically says, when played, if your deck has 4 or more Marvelous Medicine cards, which it does, your Curious Cuisine cards in hand gain plus 22 until played, and vice versa. So we're going to get a little buff on our Medicine and Curious Cuisine cards, which I think in total we have either 9 or 10 between the two. So decent buff we're going to get. So let's check out first the Curious Cuisine cards that we've added in this deck. So first up we have Shawarma. And it says, when played, 5 random cards from either player's hand gain plus 25 this turn. Just a fun card, to be honest. It's nothing crazy. It does run the risk of helping your opponent out, but we can see it. We can see what it's buffing before we lock it in. So if my opponent plays cards out and this card would potentially buff those cards, and I see that, I can pull this card back and opt not to play it. So that's what's neat about the card is you really can choose to play it in a situation that benefits you. So a lot of times I'll get, plus 75 buff on my cards. Maybe my opponent only gets plus 25 on one of the cards he plays. So in my favor is when I try to play this card. So keep that in mind. It's kind of a neat, it sounds bad, but it's actually better than you think just because you can see what's getting buffed. Next up, we have Hamburger as one of the Curious Cuisine cards. When played, this card loses 20 power this turn, and your other cards in hand gain plus 35 this turn. So just a nice little buff card. It's cheap, too, only 3 energy. Next up, we have Caviar. The more I play with this card, the more I like it. So it says, when drawn, for every card you've played this game, this card costs -2 until played. And if it's round 1, turn 1, this card loses 100 and costs -22. So just be a 0/0 if you draw it on the rip. But it's nice late game because this card you're going to draw, it's almost going to be free to play in most, towards the late game, and it's going to be getting bigger and bigger as the game goes on from all these little buffs we're starting to get. So cards like Dark Web getting a nice buff on it, and obviously Dolly itself is going to buff it up. So it's got some buffers. What else? So that was the third Curious. We've got Bratwurst as our last, mainly just because it is targeted by Dark Web. So we tried to get a couple Dark Web triggers this game. So when played, your cards adjacent to this lose 5 permanently, and the card opposite loses 5 permanently. So let's see what else we got. So this deck has quite a few legendary cards, as you can see. I think we've got 12. So Michelangelo, I tossed him, haven't played with this card in quite a while, so figured it was time to bring him back. Kind of a cheap week, so works in these low energy weeks. So going to give all our legendary cards a nice plus 10 until played buff, and for only 3 energy, which is pretty nice. So that's basically 100, and what's he going to put out? 154 power total for 3 energy, so pretty decent. We've got Black Knight, so in a pinch, let's say I'm ahead, a couple games, maybe I'm losing game 3, and I decide, I'm going to chuck this on the last turn. It's going to give me a real good chance at winning round 4, or there's some other situations that arise, but basically, if I feel like I'm losing, I'm going to toss this on round 3, or I'm sorry, turn 3, probably by itself. Just ensure that I'm down by 100 and give myself a nice jump on the following turn of plus 150. So that's typically how I like to use Black Knight, but not always. Sometimes I'll toss him out there if I think I can win the round with him, if he's gained quite a bit of buff. We've got Brothers Grimm. This is going to be our finisher for the game. So looking to play this last turn of the game, get that nice plus 200 buff. And it's getting buffed, again, by other cards too. So a lot of times you're going to see this card 300 plus when it comes down. So nice big hitter. It's going to make us get those big final turns of the games, 900 plus power. Let's see. We've got, I already talked about him. We've got the Lady with the Lamp, as she's known, Florence Nightingale. When played, your Marvelous Medicine cards, wherever they are, gain plus 15 until played. And then repeat if your deck contains 6 or less Marvelous Medicine, which it does. So we did go with a Marvelous Medicine theme. So we do have quite a few Marvelous Medicine cards. We got 2 down there at the bottom. I think we're at right around 5 or 6. We've got MRI Scanner. It's going to reduce the cost of our Science cards by 2 in hand until played. And basically just a nice help on our energy here. We've got Immunotherapy, which is pretty decent. When returned, this card loses 6 permanently, but you're going to gain 6 permanently back basically every turn. So that's pretty nice. And it is getting hit by Dark Web, so you're not noticing when you're losing the 6. We've got antihistamines. When drawn, your cards in hand are going to get the plus 12 until played. And the rest doesn't really matter because we don't have any Brilliant Human Body cards in this deck. We've got Doppler Effects, going to give our Science cards a nice buff of 30, and they're going to be cheaper for 2 turns. And then when returned, your Science cards lose 15 permanently. So we're going to try to not have any Science cards in hand when that happens most of the time. So hopefully we don't get that negative effect. We've got Consciousness. We're going to try again with this card. You saw my last video. I attempted. I didn't think I did very good with it, but maybe this one will be a little better. Basically going to give our Arts and Culture and Science cards plus 18 each, and we do have the 9 and 9 split, so you're going to be, 18 times 18. It's going to be a nice big buff on everything, so pretty strong. Other cards, we have Art Deco, that's going to be our energy gainer, and it does get targeted by Dark Web, so we tossed it in. We've got Galeen, if I'm saying that right. When drawn, your Marvelous Medicine cards, wherever they are, gain plus 12 until played. So another nice little plus 12 on 5 cards. So some good stats there for only 4 energy. And finally, we've got Vaccine, just a one-off, another target for Dark Web, just something that is going to get hit, and it receives quite a bit of buffs with all these other buffs in the deck. So overall, pretty decent. A couple games I played with it. Wasn't too terrible. I think it plays better than the other deck I showcased with Consciousness. So we'll see what you guys think. Let's see if I got any friends online that would like to play. Let's see here. We've got 2 guys on, so let's try. I don't think I've played with him before. Let's try Pushkel, see if he's online. Nope, doesn't want to play. We've got Magic Man is the last choice. So let's see if he wants to play. And there he is. We got a game. All right, Magic Man, take it easy on us, bud. Try not to whoop our butts too bad this game. I feel like all you guys, every time I pick somebody, I just get face rolled. So we'll see. Every time I bring these weird decks to the table, I don't do too well. But that's all right. We like to make it fun around here. All right, we did get Doppler Effect, so maybe we play that now. Let's see what Shawarma's going to do. Shawarma gives him 1 buff. So maybe we do it like this. We get 2 buffs. He gets 1 buff. Double check. Yeah. I like that. Hopefully we don't draw back too many green cards so our Doppler Effect doesn't get hammered too bad for this. So I'd like to unload it. Do need to get Art Deco down too. I'd like to get the energy. All right, there's our consciousness buff. Nice. Opponent's playing 3 cards here. Let's see, 11. So we could do something like this. Yeah, let's do like that. Get consciousness back cycling. Want to get it drawing again. Get the nice buff. All right. We're keeping the lead, but barely. He's keeping up with us. This deck's not putting out any crazy power just yet. All right, there's Gallon. All right, we got our Black Knight. Almost could play all 3 of those science cards. Unfortunately, we cannot. I feel like that's an L if I do that. Maybe we just go like this. Yeah. I can get behind that. It's going to give us a good chance in the next round. Give us that plus 150 right now. Since I didn't like our cards there, I didn't, with our energy, the way it was falling, just didn't feel like we had a shot to win that. Ooh, good MRI scanner right there, though. That was a good draw. Really made our cards cheaper. So we are going to get dinged here on our Doppler. I'm thinking we let Gallon get dinged. I think that's fine. He's kind of underwhelming a little as far as his base stats. And he's getting locked out anyway, so who cares? All right, there's our Michelangelo. And our showcase card. There we go. Immunotherapies. We're going to get that nice permanent buff. Ah, it's a Harley Quinn deck. That's cool. Did a video myself on a Harley Quinn deck when she first released. All right, there's our Michelangelo buff. Going to get that nice plus 10 on everything. And we got our immunotherapy plus 6. And Harley Quinn just dinged us minus 50 there. There's our caviar already costing 0. It's pretty decent. Just kind of holding on to Brothers Grimm right now. I don't want to give it away that we're sitting on that card. Kind of want to be a surprise finish if we make it to round 5. Unless the situation arises where I need to play it for any reason. But for now, we don't. We're just kind of holding on to it. There's our Dark Web. Gonna get another little buff. Let's get it back. Let's see what Shawarma buffs. Ooh, that's actually a good one because it doesn't hit anything he played there. Look at that. So that's what's cool about that card, guys. Like I was trying to explain. You can see what's going to happen, what it's buffing, and then make decisions accordingly, which is kind of cool. Kind of wish they made more cards like that. I just think it's a neat mechanic. Good turn from our opponent here. Putting down, I thought we had a really good lead there, but he surprised me with all those little buffs hitting. All right, a little bit behind here. There's our consciousness, nice. Let's get some power down right now, I think. I'm gonna do it like this. Pretty good turn 3. I mean, this deck's putting some power down. 600 already is not bad. I think that's going to surprise him as well. Kind kind of surprised myself with that. So I will take 600 for sure, all day. All right, there's our Doppler. So we can play that now, I think. Probably win the game, or win the round with it here. So let's do that. Get these 3 back in our deck. Probably should have played Consciousness up front to get the buff back sooner, but that's okay. Don't think it should hurt us too bad. All right, moving on to round 4. Oh, bad MRI scanner there. So let's get our buffs. Hopefully we... so if we look like we're going to lose, I'm probably just going to play Black Knight on the last turn here and give us a real strong start into the final round. And then obviously we're sitting on Brothers Grimm here. So I think it would be enough, but you never know. So let's see how we look right here after this turn. We can make a decision then. Well, I guess that kind of screws that up. So now we don't have that option. That's unfortunate. We are still winning, though. So, worst case, you know, we just go into the final round without the plus 150. Which looks like what we're probably going to have to do. He's got this. So this could come down to the Brothers Grimm fairy tale ending, which is always fun. I love seeing these fairy tale ending plays. I think it's real neat. Hoping he has a big swing here, and maybe Black Knight is relevant. If he has like 400 plus here, 450, maybe not. Did take the lead, but not enough to trigger my Black Knight, unfortunately. All right, we're going to play Knight now in case he does somehow trigger it. All right. It's a close game. It's going to be down to this last turn, I think. So, Magic Man, definitely good game, buddy. That was very, very well. We're almost tied right here, I think, going into this final turn. I'm up by 7, so very close game. Bad draw for me, unfortunately, with all my low cards. So, really relying on Brothers Grimm now. And what's going to do the most? What is this? Does this buff anything? It buffs 22. That's 654 versus 658. So that's going to be what we play right there. And hopefully we win this. All right. I was hoping to have a little bit better hand going there, but into the final turn, but I wanted to show you guys like an 800, 900 plus turn, but we drew all our dud cards, unfortunately. But good game, Magic Man. I think that was a fun one. It's good. I love seeing those down to the last turn games. Makes it interesting. But deck did really well. I feel like it I like it. I think I like it better than the one I built yesterday. Let's see here. We'll just show them, flip them a good game. All right, let's see if I got anybody else on. Maybe we get one more game in here. Oh, we got Odom Ed on. Let's see if he wants to kick my butt today. One of the best players in the game, so I'm sure he'll show me what's up. If he plays, maybe not. We'll go to 20, and I guess not. All right, who else we got? King Chronic. I don't think I've played him yet. Let's see if he wants to play with us. Here we go. We got 2 games with you guys tonight. Nice. You love to see it. You guys that watch my videos, you know what time I tend to play. You just gotta be hanging out green online if you want to get in on one of these videos one night. Just be hanging out right around 7 Eastern times, usually about when I film, 7:30. Let's see, Shawarma, what's he doing? Oh, buffing most of his cards this time, so we're gonna hold off on that. Can we get the 3 greens down? We can. So let's do that. Let's shoot him a hello. Oh, this looks like a cool deck I haven't seen before. Love it when you guys bring cool decks to the table. Gives me ideas too sometimes. Sometimes I'll see something and I'm like, oh, I want to try that. And then I'll make some crazy deck with it, All right, let's try Shawarma again. What is he doing? Buff one of his cards. We'll do it like this. All right, looks like we got a penguin deck. Cool. I like the penguin theme. I think I just hurt his penguin deck, though, because his Adelie now is going to get, I believe, minus, right? Is it minus 100 when it loses? Let's see. Yes, minus 100. So that hurt that deck quite a bit right there. All right, and we are getting plus 25 on our dark web, so good deal there. Let's check our Shawarma like we've been doing. All right, he's getting 2 of his cards buffed, so let's hold off on that. Yeah, I think we can just do 2. We might be able to win this. There we go. All right, round 1 in the books. Let's go check out round 2, see what it brings. MRI scanner, get a little bit of a discount. Let's get our dolly back. Let's check out Shawarma. All right, so we could play MRI scanner, and we do have the upper hand then. So let's do that. Yeah, that's fine. We need to get caviar out of my hand so I can get it back cheaper. It's kind of clogging, it's gunking the hand up right now. Maybe we'll play it next turn just to get rid of it. There's our consciousness too. We could play it with Michelangelo, get some nice buffs. I think that's what we're going to do. Get that plus 10 on everything. Good turn for him. That Gen 2 penguin there. All right, we're down quite a bit, so could just do Black Knight here. I think that's what I'm going to do. Might play Consciousness too, just to get it back cycling. So that's only 170. I'm pretty sure he's playing more than 100 power here. I hope. So let's see. Yeah, so we're good. Let's get that Black Knight trigger. All right, it's going to help us into next turn now, or next round. I'm going to get the early jump on him. Ooh, good Doppler. Ooh, almost 700 on start of round 3. I'll take that. Doppler coming in clutch. All right, I think we got this round. That was a pretty good jump I got on him there. We extended the lead just a little bit. That poor penguin's down to 0. All right, we're still holding on to Grimm too, so it's going to be a nice finisher if we get to round 5. Thinking just play hamburger here. Don't need crazy numbers. All right, round 3 is ours. Give him a little smiley face. All right. There's our Mr. James and the Giant Peach, Charlie's Chocolate Factory showcase action. Let's do it. Shawarma, what are you doing? You're helping our opponent, so let's not. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do it like this. Almost tied there. Up by 1. Right, there's our caviar coming in nice. Good timing. I think I'm going to get... Let's check shawarma one more time. It's helping him out a little bit. We could play it. Do it like this. Oh, good turn there. Caught me by surprise with 600. 700. All right, then. Where's my Black Knight when I need him? Drop it right here. I think I'm about to draw it, actually. Or no, I only played 1 card. So, oh, there it is, yeah. All right, well, we're doing that then. New plan. Play Black Knight. And we're going to get the lead going into this final round now. So we are going to get a chance to show off Brothers Grimm. Like doing that. All right, 500. I'll take that for a starting turn. So Grimm doing a little bit, or not Grimm, Black Knight doing a little work there, keeping us in the lead, and then allowing us to play Michelangelo and holding the lead there. Michelangelo giving us that nice buff here for this final round. Here's Doppler. Good time there. I think we are just going to play the 3 science cards. Get them down. And then we're going to have Grimm for this final turn. Bratwurst, so that'll be decent. He's going to draw his Adeline Penguin. That's going to be 0 right here. And just Be forced to play it, right? Come on, forced to play it. All right, let's see what else we draw. All right, Art Deco. So it's going to be a good final turn. It'll be probably close to 800 plus. There we go. Let's give him good luck. Build the suspense. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, why'd I put bratwurst in the middle? I'm a ding dong. Not that it mattered, but could have. Lose by 5 because I wasn't thinking straight. Give him a good game. All right, guys. Well, that's the deck. Hopefully you enjoyed. A couple long games there. We went to round 5. But you got to see a couple fairy tale endings there with the Brothers Grimm. So pretty sweet. And again, deck played fairly good. So overall, I was impressed with it. Put down some pretty good power there on the final turn. And we got to see some cool cards that you guys don't really get to see very often. So showcased Dahl, and we showcased Florence Nightingale. So a couple different cards, and then a couple Marvelous Medicine cards as well. So pretty cool deck. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. And as always, hit that like button and the subscribe button down in the bottom right corner, guys. It helps the channel. And thanks for watching.